Jesus, I come to you this morning not just on behalf of those who are in a hard day, but for those who are in a hard season. A season that has stretched far beyond what they originally thought they could endure. A season that has asked more of them than they believed they had to offer. A season where well-meaning phrases like "this too shall pass" have slowly lost their ability to comfort, simply because it has already been so long and the passing is taking far more time than anyone anticipated. For every person in that place today, and for the weary, worn-down parts of my own heart that know exactly what that feels like, I lift this prayer to you with everything I have. I need perseverance today, Lord, not the white-knuckled, jaw-clenched kind that operates purely on willpower and personal resolve, because I have tried that kind and I know how quickly it runs out. I need the kind of perseverance that is rooted in something that does not diminish, the kind that keeps going not because I have somehow found a reserve of strength I did not know I had, but because I am drawing from a source that never runs dry. I need the perseverance that is born from knowing who walks beside me on this road, and trusting that the one who called me to it will not abandon me before the end of it. Father, I want to be honest with you about what long seasons of difficulty actually do to a person from the inside. They chip away at the confidence you once had in the things you used to be certain about. They create doubt in places that were previously solid and questions in areas where you once moved with ease. They make it harder to praise without feeling hollow about it. Harder to pray without wondering whether the words are actually reaching anyone. Harder to believe the same promises that once felt so immediate and alive, because time and silence and continued struggle have quietly eroded the urgency of them. And yet here I am, still here, still speaking your name over my life, still dragging myself to your presence even on the mornings when doing so feels more like duty than joy. Lord, I trust that you see this kind of faithfulness and that it counts for something in your eyes. I think this morning of the farmer. He plants in faith, pressing seeds into soil he did not create, trusting a process he cannot control, waiting for rain he cannot summon, depending on sun that belongs entirely to you. He does not go back the next morning expecting to see the harvest. He simply keeps tending. He shows up to his field every day and does the faithful, unglamorous, often invisible work of preparation, cultivation, and waiting. And then, in a season that is not of his choosing or scheduling, the harvest appears. Lord, I am in my field right now. I am doing the tending even though I cannot see the growth beneath the surface. Help me to keep showing up even when the field still looks bare. Give me stamina today, Father. Stamina to keep choosing kindness even in moments when I am running low on it and it does not seem to be making any difference. Stamina to keep praying even when the silence stretches longer than feels reasonable. Stamina to keep loving when the love I am extending is not being equally returned. Stamina to keep doing what is right when doing right is costing me something and producing no visible reward. That is the kind of stamina I cannot manufacture on my own. It has to come from you. I draw encouragement this morning from the people in your word who endured. Job, who lost absolutely everything and still declared that though God slay him yet he would trust. David, who was anointed to be king as a teenager and then spent years fleeing for his life before the crown ever touched his head. Paul, who wrote with joy and contentment from the inside of a prison cell. These were not people who had it easy. They were people who kept going anyway. Let their perseverance speak louder than my weariness this morning. I will not quit today. Whatever the season, whatever the wait, whatever has been going on longer than I thought I could bear, I will not quit today. I will make that declaration again tomorrow if I need to. One morning at a time, one prayer at a time, one faithful step at a time, until the harvest comes. In Jesus' name, amen. If you are still standing in a hard season, and you made it to this prayer this morning, type "I will not quit" in the comments. That is a declaration of faith, and it is more powerful than you know. Share this prayer with someone who is close to giving up, and subscribe so every morning begins with the strength to take one more faithful step forward.